Radio 1 Berlin.
You're listening to Radio 1. Here I am, SO36, the gallery, just by the club. And this evening, shot in the dark. The gallery has photographs by David Arnoff, shot in the dark. The Cramps, Lydia Lunch, the Dead Boys, Nick Cave, the Gun Club, Susie Sue, the Damned, all shot in the dark. David Johansen, John Cale, Joan Jett, the Ramones, etc. There's loads of them. Okay, so yeah, David Arnoff, punk photographer. And I'm going to go in, I'm just waiting for Rinus. But it's like -5 out here. It's December 2022 here in Berlin on Oranienstr, central Kreuzberg. It's going to open soon, and maybe I'll get an interview with David as well. Who knows? But the gallery it's a very small gallery, but the photographs are all over the wall here. So we will get back to you. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Radio 1 Berlin, here we are. We're going into the gallery. And
heb je naam gisteren niet meegekregen?
Alfred. I should introduce ourselves. We're Radio 1 Berlin. Freezing hands from outside, authentic as it is.
No, I will explain it in Dutch so you get that kind of language as well. Wij hebben samen een internetradio.
Ja.
En hij woont sowieso om de hoek. We dachten van we maken een kleine reportage over wat er aan de hand is.
Lijkt me goed.
Ja.
So here we are in the gallery. Hello. Yeah, Radio 1 Berlin. We do sort of radio shows and things like that around here, and we're very.
At 7:30, you saw David Arnoff coming in and leaving again, or not?
Yeah. So David Arnoff is not actually here at the moment, but he shall return after eating pizzas probably.
Same.
So who can you see then, Rinus? Go on, describe it to our radio listeners in great detail.
Well, I can see Nick Cave and I see this guy.
Lemmy from Motorhead.
Oh, that's not Charles Mason?
No, I don't think that's Charles Manson. No, that does look like Lemmy. Yeah,
and I see the Osmond Brothers there in the left.
The Osmonds? What?
The Osmond Brothers? That's not the Osmond Brothers?
Which ones?
That one?
There's lots of guitars in the picture. Nick Cave is playing in front of an old TV. Oh, the TV's got a harp on it.
A strange hat.
Oh yeah, the Cramps. Oh, beautiful. I saw the Cramps years ago.
That's a Cramp.
Yeah. Have you ever seen them live? You must have seen them live.
But I've seen them in the wrong space. It was an ice cream hall.
No,
it was an
I thought you were going to say ice cream then. Yeah.
No, it was not an ice cream hall. It was a hall where they do skating. So the acoustics was terrible, like drumming in a sports hall.
But it kind of sounds atmospheric though for the Cramps. I mean, when I first saw them on TV years ago, like about 50 years ago, I thought that's the way they lived, and it was amazing. They were all coming out of coffins and things like that.
They lived in coffins like the Addams Family?
On TV, yeah, no doubt.
And I recognize her from her eyeshadow. That must be Susie.
Isn't it Lydia Lunch? I'm not sure.
Was it Lydia Lunch?
Yeah, I think so. I saw her once live as well. She was really scary.
So Susie did her makeup.
Probably, yeah. They were sharing
I also
that
saw her live.
Yeah.
With 2 bad seats, I think.
Oh yeah.
But it was 15 minutes, and the only thing that she did was this.
Rinus is making a kind of cartwheel shape.
Doing geometrical figures on stage.
That's Joan Jett, definitely. Isn't it?
Yeah.
What's she got on her t-shirt? It says, "Beat me, bite me, whip me, fuck me,
that was
come,
one of the cheap.
Love me."
I was in London. T-shirts that you could buy.
Exactly.
So maybe this is Susie with.
That's definitely Susie, isn't it?
With the
Susie
makeup
Sue.
done by Lydia Lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it could be Lydia Lunch though, actually, saying that. I'm not sure.
So if there's New Year fireworks, this might be...
That's definitely a Neubauten image, isn't it? Blixa Bargeld there, I believe. With his hair.
In his heroin period.
Yeah, and he's got flames or sparks coming out of his back, it looks like.
Yeah.
And we're going into the other side of the gallery. I mean, it's a very small gallery here, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Do we know these people?
Whoever they are, they're sharing smoke from their cigarette, that's for sure.
And one has the...
Rock and roll.
They're not Bananarama?
I don't think so.
No?
That's definitely Stiv Bator there, because
there's no
from the Dead
telephone?
Boys. Yeah, because I was really into Stiv Bator when he was in the Lords of the New Church, and I saw them quite a few times when I was in my gothic phase.
This is your daughter in 20 years' time.
Don't say that. I hit you over the head with my microphone. I'm not sure who that is actually in stockings and stuff, but this could also be Stiv Bator above. The other picture of him looking like he's got a gun actually.
No,
Yeah.
I think this was one of those punk bands that I thought from. You are punk, you're wearing a jacket.
Yeah.
So and
Must be. Yeah.
And your hair is over your ears.
Exactly.
Oh, he was sweet. So I think I saw him 4 or 5 times.
Ian Dury here, right in front of us, arching his body and looking like he's gonna. That's David Vanian, I think, from The Damned, with his ruffles and stuff. Yep. I mean, they're all black and white photographs, I should say. Yeah, there's no colour here, so
He looks like
it's very
Patrick
stark.
Dempsey, but it's not. No.
Could be. Not very good radio, though, is it? If we can't describe who we're looking at. But Ian Dury, classic.
Yeah, but, we are basically looking at the pictures, and because all the people we see and try to recognize are young, these pictures are old.
And we are old as well.
We are old, so I don't know exactly what I'm looking at.
There is a list here, so you could sort of read out some of the people. Like, go on, John Cale. We haven't found John Cale yet. Where is he?
He's upstairs.
Oh yeah, he's always upstairs, isn't he? He's probably in the bar.
The guy who recently died.
Everyone dies. Who is it? Not sure. He's got great lips, though, whoever he is. Anyone else, Rinus?
Jeffrey Lee Pierce.
Go on, tell me about him.
Club.
Oh, the Gun Club, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were
Classic.
a little bit like the Cramps, and then went more like psychobilly rock and roll thing. And then when he was solo, he went country Billy.
Country Billy, wow, that's a new genre.
Like the Rolling Stones went country, but he went country in a more punkish fashion, and that was
Nice, authentic,
yeah.
direction.
He was good. He was good. But what are we looking at? Are we looking at the records that we are listening to?
In my mind, I'm listening to all the records I used to have,
Things transmitting something?
Yeah. Off the bone.
Was I made for looking at art? No.
Yeah, and some of them are framed, and some of them are just like hanging off little clips. So, one of the flyers is for you, Rinus, and one's for me. And the place is slowly filling up.
Upstairs and see if there's more.
Should we have a look upstairs?
Judging from that hairdo, which I recognize, this is the Cramps guy.
That's definitely the Cramps, yeah. Well, David Arnoff has not appeared yet, so he's probably like vanished into some kind of bar on Oranienstr, and he'll never appear, to do his talk.
They come too late.
So we have to do our own talk here.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves, Rinus. Talk amongst yourself. Got to say the door is open here, and all the heat is going out. I mean,
there's a little bubble outside which makes it warm over there.
Sure. Well, it's going to help the electricity crisis anyway, and everything going up.
Yeah. All the heat.
It's nice and warm upstairs. We've gone up the stairs now, and now we're looking at a few more sort of photographs. Rinus, go on then describe. Look, these ones are like real band photos, aren't they?
Like the pretty things.
Yeah.
They have long hair, so maybe it's a German group.
Could be Neu.
There were only 2.
Oh, the Cramps again. Oh, these are great pictures.
Friends, huh? Yeah. Or maybe they had the same dealer.
Lux Interior, and there's old. There he is, the guy doing his thing. I know when I saw them live many years ago, he was crawling all over the scaffolding and stuff above the stage. Things like that. The singer of the Cramps, Lux Interior.
He was crawling over you?
No, sure. No, he was climbing over the get the gantries at the side of the stage and things like that, and doing very dangerous looking things, just with his pants hanging around his ankles.
And then he did some, how do you call, stage diving?
No, he didn't. No, not Lux Interior anyway. Oh yeah. Hey, David.
Yes, hi.
Here is David Arnoff, right? We're Radio 1 Berlin, and our studio is actually pretty close to here.
Okay.
But we're fascinated by your this exhibition that you've
thank
got.
you.
Know, it's pretty amazing. I was a big Cramps fan when they were still going. You know,
So apart from the Cramps, do you like any of the photos?
all of them, every single one. And I was a big fan of Stiv Bator as well.
Yeah,
Dead Boys.
Stiv was a really good friend of mine.
Oh,
It was. We used to stay at each other's houses, at each other's flats, and right up until he died, you know. And that was one of his pallbearers. And he's a nice guy. I miss him a lot.
Oh, amazing. I mean, I used to see him when he was in the Lords of the New Church.
Yeah. Oh, so
in
you
London,
didn't see the Dead Boys?
No, I'm too young.
Yeah.
I may not look so young, but yeah.
No, it was good in the Lords. It was all the stuff he did was good. His solo stuff was good. Just that one album, but it was really good.
Yeah, fantastic. And I mean, why are you here? Why are you doing it here then?
Well, you would have to ask Lula about that because she has a gallery in Den Haag, and then we had an exhibit there, and then when that closed, she shifted it over here. So that's her doing. But I'm glad I'm here. Berlin's a good place to be.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah.
Last time I was here was 1989.
Oh, wow, just before the wall came down.
Yeah, well, it was kind of coming down. It was
crumbling, huh?
Yeah, but there's still guards at the top of it, and I like Germany. My wife's German.
Fantastic, wunderbar.
No, she's English, but her mother was German, and her mother was from Berlin.
Ah.
Yeah.
So, but the last time you were here was 1989, and was Nick Cave, and it was a very different scene, and Blixa Bargeld and all those. Were you hanging out in the bar?
I don't know. We were staying with some people briefly, and both of us were saying we don't remember what we did.
That's what they say, isn't it?
I don't remember what was going on.
So you must have actually been here if you can't remember what was going on then.
Yeah.
You know, like that old 60s adage.
Well, that's true, the 60s adage, because I always told people, and I always remember saying Jimi Hendrix at this one particular time. And I always said, I saw Hendrix and with Blue Cheer and the Soft Machine. And then I was going through old ticket stubs, and I found another Jimi Hendrix ticket stub for after that, you know. And that's the one I don't remember at all. And I think it's because I was on acid that night.
Oh, yeah.
But the first one was really good.
Fantastic.
But there are gaps in my memory.
Do you have dreams of your photography? Of people that you've photographed?
Yeah. No, Stiv turns up a lot. The people from X, John Doe and Exene turn up a lot. I guess I do.
What were the Cramps like to photograph? There's lots of photos of the Cramps here, I've noticed. Look.
That's the first. I had met them about a half an hour before that. Well, I met them after the gig, and then the next day we met up at the hotel. And Ivy, I thought, was really intimidating because we went to the hotel and she answered the door, and she's just really kind of serious and kind of a bit scary.
Poisonous, huh?
Yeah, but you would think Brian would be the scary one, but he was really soft. I thought, oh, thank God Brian's here because he's really soft-spoken and really nice. But they were just they're great people. Just a lot of fun. He was like, Lux was just silly a lot of times. He brought along, I don't know if you can see it, he brought along this little rubber skeleton. It's in some of the other pictures, I think. I don't know why I brought it. You know what I mean? So he was just posing with this little rubber skeleton.
But they seem to live the life as well.
Okay, they're full. Yeah, they didn't. Stage clothes and street clothes are the same thing, pretty much.
Sure.
Well, except in later years they got more flamboyant. But these two, especially, that's just what they look like.
And Nick Cave, how was your relationship with Nick Cave, your photographic relationship?
Have we got a picture? All right, that picture there, that's the same hotel. That's at the Tropicana in LA. And we arranged to do these photos, and I turned up at the right time, and he said, I can't do this today. And he said, because I've been up drinking all night.
Of course, yeah.
So you can see all these empty vodka bottles on the TV. And I said, well, I'm here, so if I don't use a flash, can we take some pictures?
Yeah.
So that's what that. He's easygoing. He's really funny. He's got a really good sense of humor.
Yeah, the last place I lived in Brighton, Nick Cave was, you'd see him in the video store getting VHS tapes for his kids and stuff. But things have changed. But you're still taking rock and roll photographs?
I did some
rock and roll. I mean punk. Should I say punk or
music?
What's the definition?
I just say music. I say music because it's not all the same. Not so much. I did a bit the year before last, something for that we added to the UK edition of the book when it comes out. But I keep telling people I'm retired. I've been doing it. It's a long time.
How does a photographer retire though? Because you can't switch your eyes off or the vision.
Well, no, I still look at things, but I just don't. I'm not excited about meeting a band and going out. And, I'm really not excited about taking pictures at gigs because it was. Even back then, I got fed up with it pretty early on because it was not as much fun, because I'm watching the whole gig through here instead of just watching it
through the lens.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm also having to try to change film and change lenses with people, jumping all over the place and stuff. So
how wild were those days? Can I ask?
Pretty wild. Well, just an example, The Damned were the first English punk band to turn up, and that's kind of when I started, and that was 76.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of, I think their second set, I could have sworn the picture was here. I can show you in the book.
There's a few Damned photos downstairs, aren't there?
Dave came out, it was just a dark club, and he came out, he had a gas mask on, and he had a flare, a road flare, and he was just running around, swirling it around, and it was just kind of mayhem. I asked him about it recently. He said, I just found that on the way to the gig, so I thought I should do something with it.
Of course.
And then he said, but then he realized he couldn't really sing through the gas mask. So
technical issue.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, it brings back so many memories and so much love from my childhood of all this music.
Most of these people, the ones that are still alive, I'm still in touch with a bit. I'm looking around. Not Joan Jett so much. I mean, I only met her once, but and not Blixa either. But Lydia, she's kind of almost responsible for my book coming out because she really pushed it, and she did a really long interview conversation for the book. Really, really supportive. But it was a funny conversation, the interview, because she said, I wanted to ask you, how did you meet Nick Cave? And I said, you introduced me. And she said, did I? And she said, when was that? And I said, when you opened for them at the Roxy. And she says, I opened for them at the Roxy? She could.
Amazing. Yeah, sure. Well, I remember seeing Lydia Lunch once in a very small club in Brighton in England, and I was recording it, and it was the most frightening concert that I've ever recorded. So I was sure that she knew, and she was very aggressive with the audience and stuff. So I got away lightly, I think. But your experience was.
No, she's great. These are people that have come over to my flat for lunch and stuff.
Thank you very much, David.
That's okay.
Thank you very much to David Arnoff. And for more information about David Arnoff, it's davidarnoff.com. And now he's going to show me from his book the picture of David Vanian from that story, if you remember. Pay attention, everybody out there. Shot in the Dark, the collected photography of David Arnoff. Look it up, everybody. There's going to be more prints out, aren't there? It's sold out, as far as I know.
Yeah, this is sold out. There's a kind of an improved UK edition that should be out any minute now.
Great. The Ramones going past there.
This one.
Oh, amazing. Maybe I can just take a photograph of you with that photo. Do you like seeing photographs of yourself, David?
Okay.
Yeah.
That one's okay.
Reflection of the window. Oh, yeah. Oranienstr. So, yeah, the SO36 Gallery here with David Arnoff. And thank you very much once again. And
Nice meeting you.
And you have a good evening. Thanks. There's my guy. There's Rinus. He's probably getting drunk in a corner somewhere. I think he's probably chatting with people because he's very good at chatting with people. Oh, there he is, yeah. I knew it. Oh, we could actually drink some beers, maybe. This is me and Rinus from Radio On. Wishing you a very good night. Good night.
You have been listening to Radio on Berlin.